dogs. Here's some more dogs. Alright, EK in the house. Right. Back in the hood. Beautiful morning. Yeah, the sunshine, morning bay, and the water. They're just trying out the vlogging. The vlogs with the... What can't see anything? There it goes. Looks like it's having focusing issues. Effing say live, I know that we the new slave. I know that we the new slaves. I'm about to wild that. I'm going Bobby Boucher. Okay. So, beautiful morning here in Los Angeles. City of Angels. EK. This is where I'm in start my empire. Time to continue. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep experimenting with different vlogging setups to have funsies with it. Don't take yourself so seriously. Alright, good morning. So first thought I had. So the first thought I have is with vlogging, etc. Like I'm experimenting with different setups using today I'm trying to use the G9. I mean, like, I think the big issue I found is just with everything, it's like reliability is maybe the most critical thing. Like, I love my Ricoh GR, GR3, GR3X, but they've all broken within like a year or two of insane. I put at least 1 million actuations on each camera. The original GR2, then the GR3, then the 3X. So it's still the best camera, my opinion, but I'm just like, I can't be after just having to keep buying them. The good thing with the G9, the in-camera JPEG settings work good. I mean, this thing is like built like an effing tank, and I'm starting to think maybe more the future is towards kind of more robust, strong stuff that'll last forever. Like, I think I bought this camera in 2019? 2019 was it? 2024. You know you're successful when you don't know what day of the week it is or what year it is. Cindy was like, do you even know what year it is? I'm like, 2023, 2024. Even shout out to my friend Todd Hada. Like, do you know what day of the week it is? It's like Sunday. And you also know you're real successful if you don't wear a wristwatch, right? Only losers wear wristwatch. Why would you wear a wristwatch? It's because you're a slave to time. The question is time your slave or you the slave of time? Like even Elon Musk was like, why would I need a watch? I have my phone, right? So actually, I think a lot of success is via negativa. So rather than what you do or what you have, it's more like what don't you do, what you don't have. So for example, I don't use email, I don't check my phone, I don't got an iPhone Pro Max, got an iPhone SE. Real successful people don't drive Lamborghinis, which is an expensive Audi, which is just expensive Volkswagen. How's it going, bro? And then also, real rich people, they don't drive no Rolls Royce. Do you know why? Because the Rolls Royce is just a very expensive BMW. BMW bought out their namesake over a decade ago. And then Porsche, also owned by the Volkswagen Group. Bentley, also owned by the Volkswagen Group. Bugatti, also. Do these rappers not know? They don't know, they're just driving expensive Passat. He's like, nice Passat, bro. My thought on the real successful people. So low key, not gonna lie, I was in Holmby Hills, which is essentially low key Beverly Hills. I'm also starting to think too, it's Beverly Hills, I mean, it has this sexy name, right? Because like everybody knows, right? Like, oh, where you live? I'm from Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills 91210 or something, right? It's like so built into our pop culture and consciousness, but actually Beverly Hills ain't even that, like there's like kind of some more ghetto parts of like Beverly Hills. I would say Beverly Hills more like Westwood, like UCLA campus, whatever's. Also, I found that my critique about Beverly Hills just kind of boring. I mean, people are boring. Life there is boring. Much better here in Culver City, the Arts District instead. And also, so some fun facts, guys. So some fun facts include the fact that it looks like Apple's getting into media production, film. I mean, I think it's pretty smart, insofar much as, you know, people are not going to stop watching movies. They're not going to stop streaming media. Actually, media is still the future. I mean, my thought is like, how can you make... I mean, this is the big thing, I think, in media. It's like, how do you make money in media that doesn't require a subscription service, that doesn't require, you know, advertising or just traditional movie theaters, etc. I actually do think that Netflix was, you know, I don't watch Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I don't have a subscription. I don't think I've ever subscribed to it. The only times I ever watched the bodybuilding documentaries on it that I liked was when I was watching some bodybuilding documentaries. I just used Cindy's family's, maybe her sister's Netflix account or something like that. But otherwise, I've never owned it myself. Yeah, I think the new Napoleon movie is actually essentially bankrolled by Apple. Killers of the Flower Moon, the Leonardo DiCaprio film, also I think bankrolled by Apple. One thing that I also recommend is whenever you see a movie poster, right, or even books or anything, right, always look at the fine print. Read the stuff on the bottom. Never read the stuff on top. Always read the fine print at the bottom, because that's where you find the real interesting information. Same thing with like corporate websites. Always look at the footer. Always look at the random stuff. So, for example, like I was at Phil's, right, getting some coffee, and I'm like, they've been experiencing something. I'm like, how they been experiencing so much, right? And then like, you know, I log into the free Wi-Fi's, right? The powered by Meraki or whatever. And then it's like our corporate leadership. I'm like, what? I click it. And it's like all these like random people like used to work at Keurig, used to work at like, you know, Procter and Gamble or whatever. I'm like, Phil's done sold out. They're all corporate now. That's why, you know, it's bad when you start seeing like something coffee as sold as like K-cups at like Safeway. It's not good. Yeah, even apparently Blue Bottle, you know, bought up by Nestle, also makes the Nescafe. Don't buy the Blue Bottle. Oh yeah, also Nespresso. Yeah, ain't cool no more, guys. It's like, you just like, it's like, I think you could buy Blue Bottle beans on Amazon now. I think Cindy told me, she was like, yep, they've gone down the holes. Yeah, so I think what I love about Culver City, yeah, look at all this cool stuff. Like, you got the train there. Oh yeah, Son loves it. Got this nice little Zen garden thingy. It's got like, it's called the Platform Park. It's what, like desert chic, I guess. It's kind of like it's trying to become like a low-key Joshua Tree. I think it's smart because essentially what you're trying to do is you're taking the natural desert climate of Los Angeles, which is desert, and then you're kind of like leaning into it. It's like, we've got water free. We don't use water. We just use desert plant. I'm like, that's a smart idea. Yeah, so that's some thoughts. Okay, so some fun things today. Just kind of thinking, good morning. Just thinking about the mornings. So Bitcoin Babe is now live. I'm like, okay, you know you onto something good if when you're doing something, you just kind of laugh out loud to yourself, just by yourself. Like, also I decided, like, design me a Spartan Stoic, and then you had to keep nudging it, right? Like, more muscular. I did it like 20 times, right? And it's at this point where it's just like insanely ridiculous. Ooh, this platform snow day. Ginormous snow hill for sledding. Oh wow, this place is lit. Okay, So essentially, I'm just like, my biggest skills, I'm a master marketer. Bitcoin babe, doesn't it roll off the tongue? And also I think the reason why Bitcoin still is the GOAT, gonna live forever is always invest in the top thing, the best thing. It's not gonna be Ethereum because I call it the mom test, right? Can your mom pronounce Ethereum? Even like Cindy's mom knows what Bitcoin is. We're like, Bitcoin, right? And he's like, what's Bitcoin? She's like, oh, I know that. That's the fake money. It's like, yeah, fake money. I like that. Oh, also some fun things. Get ChatGPT Pros Max. It's only $20 a month, guys. That's less than 80 cents a day for the whole entirety of human knowledge embodied in this thing. This is like insane, right? Like, I think, maybe I'm the only one who thinks this. Like, am I the only one who thinks that ChatGPT is the most underhyped thing of all times? Oh, yo, so ChatGPT, OpenAI's teams, you want to collab with photographers, visual artists, shoot me an email, eric@erickim.com. Lots of good ideas. Okay, so the generalized thoughts I have is it's gonna be like, it's gonna be the ultimate tool for creative thinkers, visual artists, etc. And the reason why it's so innovative is because AI is essentially, it's just you. Like, people are, oh, AI's gonna take my job. I'm like, is Google search gonna take your job? No. So, I mean, the best way I would describe AI or ChatGPT, like, I don't even think we should call it AI. We should just call it ChatGPT because that's, essentially, it's like the new Kleenex of AI. It's like, we don't call it energy drinks, you call it Red Bull, right? You don't call it soda, you call it Coca-Cola. You don't really call it crypto, you call it Bitcoin, right? So the best way I would describe it is like, it's not gonna take your job. It's Google search. It's like, I think that AI, ChatGPTs, etc. is essentially, like, good morning. It's just like a really good Google search without advertisements and hyperlinks. And I also think that Zen of AI is so good because AI helps you stay focused. It helps you stay more zen. It's the ultimate research tool and ideation tool because you could keep asking it and prodding it, right? And then it'll do the dirty work for you. It'll use Bing or whatever to search the web and then scrape the information rather than you clicking on the links yourself and getting distracted. The biggest problem that we face with Google's is like the ultimate distraction. It's the ultimate distraction tool. It's like, what is people's trying to do with Google's? Google is an advertising company, guys. It's like, what we're gonna try to do, we're gonna keep trying to highlight more sensationalist news and topics and to have people click on the more advertise. Like, yeah, Google's down the drain. Like, have you ever tried to Google a recipe like Instant Pot beef tendon recipe? Oh, pro tip. Cindy just went to the local Mexican market and just bought a bunch of meat. All right, this is the future. Beef intestine, the tripe, the innards, as well as beef tendon, it's so amazing. And also beef cheek. We Instant Pot yesterday, Cindy put some spice. It's like literally the most delicious thing I've eaten of all time. I love it. So thinking about this, things you can do with Bitcoin Babe, just Google it, Eric Kim Bitcoin Babe, ChatGPT bot. Essentially the idea is you just kind of fucks with it and have fun. Like some ideas include explain Bitcoin to me or explain crypto to me like I'm 1 year old or only in emojis. I mean, Kanye is like probably the ultimate creative thinker of all time. He's just like, I don't want to text no more. I just want to send messages and emojis. And it's actually true too, because like even San Seneca, my son, the new goat, who's only 2 years, 9 months. He understands he loves emojis, right? He understands images really good. He actually already knows how to use DALL-E 3. This kid gonna be the next genius, prodigy, child genius of all times. To quote Kanye, once again, Kanye is the GOAT. I think honestly the only reason people hate Kanye is because they're racist. They don't like outspoken African American males. Yeah, this is my honest take. Because you know it is true. He said so many things that's like anti-Jewish, which is terrible. Like I don't condone that. I'm pro-Jewish people. I love Jewish people. And also all the Israelis I met are super duper great. I just don't like Netanyahu, the guy who runs the country. This guy seems like a whack job. He seems worse than Donald Trump. And I love Palestine, Palestinians, some of the most innovative, great, intelligent peoples I have. Honestly, low-key, the facts is like, to explain the whole situation, America, you know, we's the warmonger. We want to protect our interests in the world in terms of the military, and let us not forget, ultimately, all the monies is fake. It's all fake money, fiat currency. It's all predicated on the military. Like what we own China, how many trillions of dollars? The reason we never finna pay that back is because they're gonna like China gonna knock on the door and be like, yo, you know that like $10 trillion you owe us? Can you pay it back? We're gonna be like, no, I don't feel like it. What you gonna do about it? Whoever's got the biggest stick dictates the rules. That's why it's still good to be America. Some other foolish things I think about America. Everyone's so focused on race. Don't we know we all the human race? Right? As long as we all procreate together, we all the same thing. I think actually, so my critical analysis of all this is that I think the reason why all this race conflict, woke nonsense, the big issue actually here is actually, I'm pointing out, it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTubies, the news, Google News search outlets, Google Chrome, etc. Because just think about it this way, you know, traditional corporation. I'm gonna stop saying social media because like it's too much of a catchphrase. So Facebook Corporation, aka Meta, which owns Instagram, right? They make their money off advertising. So the more sensationalist people think, the more people write so done something anti-Semitic in the headline. People gonna click it because why? People love sensationalist topics, and then Facebook gonna make more money. Right? Do you remember even the early days, Mark Zuckerberg refused to put ads on Facebook because he said ads are lame, but you know, alas, he done succumbed. He compromised like a true coward. Compromised just for cowards. And as a consequence, wow, this challenger is so cheap, only $44,000. Oh yeah, looks like they got one in stock. All right, guys. This car is the new GOAT. What, the Yaris? I guess a Corolla. GR Gazoo Racing. Man, this car's so litty. Oh yeah, GR4. Oh look, it's got a stick shift inside. Can you see it? Stick shift. Wow. Hot hatch. GR4. Oh yeah, GR Corolla. Yo, this car is so hard. So gangster. Yeah. Yeah, you want a cool car? Yeah, this car is. Yeah, I was doing some research on this car. I'm like, this. Yeah, if I ever want to get a hot hatch, this would be the car. Yeah, and also I still love Teslas, but yeah, I think even Sen, right? Like, what is the most popular car on the road? Probably Toyota. That's how you pronounce it. It's probably the most reliable. I mean, if you want innovation, I love Elon Musk. Get a Tesla. Just buy a super base model, brand new. Seems like a good idea. But also, I think the big issue about buying a brand new. Oh yes, critical flaw of this new Prius. This little plastic thing here. You see this in real life. It's so insanely. I think they just stole the design from the CHR. I think. Yeah, pretty ugly. I mean, I think what's great about the Toyota the terrible thing, whenever you go to your car, you always have to look at that. I think the rear taillight of the new Prius, super cool. It's like a Porsche 911, the straight thing. But alas, the best car is still the white 2010 Prius. Got it for $399. Yeah, free is the future. Open source, all open source, everything. Yeah, so some ideas for ChatGPT's too is the OpenAI team. I would recommend, like, ain't nobody still know how to, okay, so this is a problem. Everyone tried using ChatGPT when it first came out, like, I don't know, several months ago, I don't know, a year ago when it came out. Even I wasn't interested. I was just like, yeah, whatever, right? And then finally, you know, they integrate DALL-E, and so ain't nobody ever even tried the DALL-E 3, that is the effing game changer. So my suggestion to ChatGPT's, OpenAI's, just make that shit free for the first week, just for one day, I don't know, a month, and then as a consequence, people's gonna get hooked and then easily pay the $20 a month. It's like such a no-brainer. Like the other day I saw a dude order a drink and a croissant. It was like $17. I'm like, right? And like $20, what, bag of beans? So what's more important? Bag of beans or the most incredible, you know, intelligences of all time? Also, the reason I like calling it artificial intelligence, AI, Cindy pointed out, right? They're like, they've been having AI forever. It's like OCR, the optical character recognition, that runs on AI. Also, like digital cameras, face recognition, that runs on AI, right? So let's just start calling it ChatGPT, right? Or DALL-E 3. Also, another suggestion for the ChatGPT's pros teams. Maybe just like the next icon for ChatGPT, just make it rainbow. Like take the icon you have right now for DALL-E and just integrate it into the ChatGPT bot and kind of slowly phase out the DALL-E function. Just make it just a one-step shop. Because like even the sidebar, ain't nobody know how to use the sidebar, guys. Get rid of the sidebar. Like once again, your mom, right? Does your mom know how to use the sidebar? No. My mom's so cute. She's like, she calls ChatGPT robot, and I'm like, Mama's a genius because a bot is a robot. So rather than even calling a bot, we should just call it a robot. Because I mean, robots don't seem scary. Bots just seem like bot spammers on the interwebs. I mean, I think the difficult thing with knowledge and the lexicon and talking is that it's just easier to say certain things. It's easy to truncate things, like call it AI instead of artificial intelligence. I mean, I still like ChatGPT because it rolls off the tongue good. At first I called it CryptoBot, but then I was just like, it's kind of a mouthful. But Bitcoin Babe, BB, when you take a word and you duplicate it twice, it tends to run good. So anyways, Google ChatGPT, Eric Kim, Bitcoin Babe bot, try it out. Some more thoughts to come. Beautiful morning, you're the sunshine morning, babe. Okay, so some other thoughts. How not to get distracted. So, oh yeah, got the nice American flag, USA, USA. So, some tips on how to become a blogger, a vlogger, etc. How to become Eric Kim. No, you don't want to become Eric Kim, you want to become yourself. Become yourself, sucker. So, the first thing is, take all notions of political correctness, wokeness, being a good person, blah, blah, throw it in the trash. Psh. All right? So, the reason is, a lot of us are governed by fear. It's like, oh, if you say that wrong thing, you use that wrong, gender pronoun, whatever. It's like, they're gonna get angry at you and you're a bad person, and then as a consequence, you're gonna go to hell. Ooh, this place is making good progress. Oh, yeah. And then, I thought about this before too. I think the future is definitely going to be some sort of hybrid camera, video, photographer, blogger, vlogger notion. Get maximum sunlight. Actually, the truth is, the sunlight is actually a better stimulus than coffee, caffeine. It's like, what are you powered by? Not powered by plants. Plants are for losers. Powered by the sun. I mean, it is true that in so many traditional cultures, the sun is notioned as like a sun god, right? Without the sun, you can't grow plants. Without the plants, you can't feed the meat product item cows. Without the cows, you can't get demigod strong, right? All this stuff about this vegan, plant-based diet, this. I mean, I think it's more of like I think it's kind of more of an ethics issue rather than a critical nutrition issue. I mean, just like look at the wolves, right? It's just like the wolf gonna eat a kale quinoa salad and drink some fruit juice? No, they're gonna go kill the prey, eat the liver, organ meats, and leave the scraps for the vultures, right? So yeah, but humans are omnivores. We're not meant to eat animals or something. It's like, yeah, but then we're also not meant to like watch Netflix on our phones. So actually people say this is natural, this is not natural. It's kind of besides the point. A more critical thing to consider is like whether you care or not, or whether it's interesting to you or not. Well, also another thing, I've been watching a lot of these businesses build up their infrastructure, the restaurant. I'm like, man, it seems like a lot of work and time to just open up a food establishment. Yeah, don't get into the restaurant industry. It doesn't seem like it's worth it. I think, even some of the best advice I think in life, it's not about what to do, it's what about not to do. Don't open up a restaurant. I mean, even read Peter Thiel, right? The 0 to 1 book. It's just like, it's like, okay, I have a new restaurant idea in Palo Alto because it's never been done before. We're gonna serve British food in Palo Alto, made in the theme of sharks and Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's great because no one's done it before. So just because no one's done it before, it doesn't mean that it's like a good idea. Actually, apparently, even Cindy told me this, something I gleaned is, a lot of modern day societies, even the scholarship, people are like, why am I doing this research? Because it has never been done before. I'm like, nobody cares if it hasn't been done before. It's the better question is like, is it important? Do you care? Does it matter? I guess is a better thought. Ooh, so beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like the best vlogging tool. Get the Lumix G9, the Rumix 14mm 2.5 lens. Just record this intelligent auto mode, 1080p, 30 FPS. I think it's fine. Actually, a big issue that I've been personally having is the broadband speeds, the Wi-Fi speeds are so effing slow. So I still don't think that 4K is the future, because even the processing time is a big critical issue. Is that like you could still upload, even if you have a gigabit internet, fiber, whatever's, you could still upload the files relatively quickly. But the issue is the processing time is forever. Like you can upload like a 4K, a 5K, an 8K video in like 10 seconds, right? But it's like YouTube has to crunch it and process it, right? So I still think, yeah, that's where 720p, 1080p is fine. It's probably good enough. I mean, even my more recent workflow is I'll import it. I'll export the 1080p video, export to 720p, just so it's quicker to load. And also, honestly, like once again, 99.9% of people are going to be watching something on their phones anyways, not even rotated. So I bet you even 480p is probably fine. So my thought is increase the quality but lower the resolution. Even shooting JPEG, just shoot small JPEG but at the highest quality, it seems to be fine. Oh, that's also a good thing, theory, right? The smallest thing but the highest quality seems like a good idea. Like, it's fun to watch people do the construction. It's like mobile street photography, right? Yeah. So So some more thoughts. How not to get distracted, why distractions are bad, etc. So also the reason I love ChatGPT, AI, OpenAI, DALL-E 3, etc. is it is so good and fun to stay focused. The issue with hyperlinks, the Googles, the websites, sooner or later you're clicking up hyperlinks, going Wikipedia rabbit hole, you're gonna fall into some sort of conspiracy theories. So I think one of the best things about OpenAI, ChatGPT Pros, etc. is how you avoid conspiracy theories. Because some conspiracy theories are true, some are false, but it's impossible to 100% know what it is. So my suggestion is assume that all the conspiracy theories are false, even the ones that are true, and just kind of live your life. Because actually the important things to consider, it's like, there are certain things which are true, certain things that are false, right? But the better question is not like whether it's true or false. It's more like, does it matter? Do you care? Is it critical? Seems like a more important issue here. One thing I would like to design is like my ideal house. It would just be like a glass cube on top of a hill. Maximum light, maximum sunlight, maximum UV radiations, power from the sun. So what is the best way to stay motivated? Just curiosity, stay infinitely curious. I think the future of creativity, imagination, just have fun.